Santa Shough is handing out wins to all the good Saints boys and girls this Christmas. You're getting Shough tonight. You're getting Shough tonight. Thomas, hit that intro.
Welcome to Saints Happy Hour podcast. We never skip a drink day.
Budrich wants to know how the doctor's doing.
That ended.
Now grab a drink and enjoy the show.
All right, everybody, welcome to another edition of Saints Happy Hour podcast. As always, we are presented to you by Hardhide Ponchatoula Strawberry Whiskey and Chilton County Peach Whiskey. I'm Ralph Marlboro. I'm joined by Dave. Kevin is stuck at work. Andrew is doing the holidays, bouging it up, so they can't be here. So we called our pinch hitter, Cody. If you want to be a pinch hitter for the show, become a Black and Gold member, and then we just can call you up if we need you. And Cody is there, so become a Black and Gold member. You can be on the show, perhaps. Thanks, everybody in the chat tonight. Oh, we got a ton of people. Saints win, Dave, and it's out of control. We got Fresno Saint, JP, Oppenheimer, so many people. I mean, Jason Champagne. It's incredible. I can't even count them all. The who that golfer, Fresno Saint. So many people. That's enough. The rest of you, you know where you are.
That's enough.
All right. So on tonight's show, is Taysom an NFL Hall of Famer? Is Brandon Staley doing magic on defense bad? And what kind of wide receiver is the best to take Tyler Shough to the next level? The hotline is as incredible as you would imagine it to be. And story time involving New Orleans Christmas. As always, if we reach $100 in donations, I will drink something horrible the patrons have sent me. Thomas, how close are we to Ralph's crippled run?
So we are on a 123 week donation streak. Let me switch some things up so you don't look bad. All right, and we have 33 weeks to go. We can make it to 32 weeks tonight. And Oppenheimer is still on a streak of his own, 6 in a row. Can he make it to 7 and bring that record higher? Exclamation point! Shut the fuck up, Rob. Exclamation point! Donate in the chat. Don't give your money to YouTube, guys.
I want to thank Pam, who made a donation. She donated, but she said she worries about my liver. She wanted to help the show, but she didn't want to contribute to the downfall of my liver. So she specifically requested, Dave, that it not go towards the donation goal tonight. So we will honor Pam's request. I gotta say, people,
how much did she donate?
I got a
I don't care, man. I'm gonna add it anyway.
Maine. He said, I heard you were having booze problems, so I'm happy to oblige with a sample of Swedish snaps that I think may score high on the puke meter. Vinny, Dave, he understands the assignment. I can't even pronounce this thing. Ranas, okay? And then Herb Guards. I don't even know what that is. They're 80 proof.
You're going to do both of those?
I will if we reach the goal. And it comes with a
As
book.
your webcam crapped out, Ralph, for some reason.
Inspiration guide.
We can't see you, Ralph.
Oh yeah, sorry. It came with an inspiration guide. Look at this. A book.
In
English.
Maybe hold on. I didn't know all of this. I mean, you just vaguely. I want to look this up. I would have looked this up. Svenska Nubard.
Yeah, Nubar. Nubbar.
Okay.
Svenska. It sounds Russian, but it's Swedish.
Anyway.
I don't know. It
sounds Russian.
It looks. You know what it looks like, Dave? It kind of looks like it has a little Malort look to it. That's kind of scary.
That's what does that mean? Why does it look like? Why does it look like?
Just kind of. It has that Malort kind of look. The color. The color.
All right. Well, yeah. I think it's Danish. Svenska. It's 10 mini bottles, and each bottle is 50 milliliters. But I got to figure out which website is the best website to go to. That's going to.
So while Dave looks,
but anyway, yeah.
So while Dave looks that up,
interesting. Look,
we're gonna start here. Look, Shough Mania is running wild. The national media is starting to pay attention. But I want to start here. One of my all-time favorite post-game Saints player moments, Dave, happened Sunday. Taysom got emotional as with his time as a Saint, and damn it, I did too. I mean, Thomas, it was dusty in the Marlboro house when I was playing this on my computer Sunday night. Thomas, play that Taysom sample.
My wife asked me that this morning. Excuse me. And I didn't really feel any type of way this morning, but as I was driving to the stadium today, you start to think about the last 9 years and what it's meant to me and my family and the city and stuff. So I think for me personally, you just try to take it all in, We had a great experience here tonight, and I don't know what the future holds for me, but it was a special day for me and the family.
It's my quarterback.
Dave, I mean, I got emotional. Like we're not like we may see a great quarterback again. We may have a great quarterback in Shough. We're never seeing Taysom again.
No.
We're never seeing.
Yeah, it's interesting that first of all, it's interesting that you're calling him a quarterback because obviously we know him as the Swiss Army knife. When you go to the Pro Football Reference website and you go to his page, it doesn't say quarterback. It says quarterback / wide receiver / tight end. It actually doesn't say running back, which I think it should also include. I think he's actually 4 positions. And I knew we were going to talk about this. And so I kind of looked up some of his stats. And first of all, because the premise of this is the Saints Ring of Honor. Does he qualify for the Saints Ring of Honor? So I would
does he deserve consideration for the Hall of Fame, the NFL Hall of Fame? Because there ain't nobody like him.
And
the
I
Pro
was looking
Football Hall
up
of
something
Fame.
today.
Oh yeah.
He is the only person in the Super Bowl era, only person in the Super Bowl era to have over 2,000 yards passing, rushing, and 1,000 yards receiving. Only person. Has never been done since Super Bowl I until now.
Mm-hmm.
He's the only person who's ever done this.
He just crossed 1,000 yards receiving. Like he just got there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I kind of accumulated some of his stats that I did want to mention. So he's been in the league for 9 years, all of them with the Saints. He wasn't drafted by the Saints. He was undrafted, picked up by the Packers, and then I guess we snagged him from the Packers.
That's right.
But
Mike Westhoff saw him in the shower, and a legend was born.
That's right. Statistically, 9 seasons, all of them with the Saints. So again, we're talking about what he should be included in the Saints Hall of Fame at the least. 116 games. He's got 4 positions: quarterback, wide receiver, running back, tight end. He has 2,500 yards rushing, 2,400 yards passing, 1,000 yards receiving. And I understand that over 9 years, none of those numbers necessarily scream at you and jump off of the page, but I do want to say he's got 34 rushing touchdowns, 12 passing touchdowns, 11 receiving touchdowns. If you're doing the math at home, he's got 57 total touchdowns, and his game started is 52 games, which again, if you're doing the math at home, that is more than 1 touchdown per game that he's played in. So yes, none of this, all of this, by the way, I'm sorry. None of this is to mention the punt blocks or the field goal blocks or the clutch first down pickups on 3rd or 4th and short.
Yeah.
So to answer the question, is he eligible for the Saints Hall of Fame? Immediately upon retirement, you can give him whatever they give you for the Saints Hall of Fame. And is he eligible for the NFL Hall of Fame? Like Cody said, he doesn't have anything individual in particular that screams off the page. He doesn't have yardage in rushing or passing or receiving, but he's got a lot of touchdowns, and what he has is all a little bit of all of those together. And he's the only person to do all of that. And because he's so versatile, and because he's the first and only person to do that, I certainly think he's worthy of being in the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
I think, Cody, he would have at least a legitimate case for the Hall of Fame that I think he's worthy of it with everything Dave just listed. But I think nationally, and he'd have a chance if the Saints had won a Super Bowl and he had been amazing in that Super Bowl and like done Taysom shit in the Super Bowl, like catch a touchdown, block a punt, run for a touchdown, like then it'd be like, well, he did all this cool stuff. And by the way, he won a title. And when the Saints won that title, he was instrumental in it. But I think the more interesting discussion for him with the Saints, Cody, and I want to start with you, is, listen, he's a lock, Saints Hall of Fame.
Oh,
I think you got to wait 5 years or 3 years, whatever. He's a lock to get in the Saints Hall of Fame. But I think the interesting discussion is, will he get into the Saints Ring of Honor?
I think so. He's just been such a great... It sucks because there's like what you were saying, like there's no marquee thing. Like the Vikings game, what was that, 2019, I want to say, the playoff game that he really took over, but they ended up losing. We win that game. That's a difference. You know, you could say like Taysom Hill put the team on his shoulder and won that game and got us to the next round.
Yeah, go ahead. No, the Vikings game they lost, but he was awesome in the second half, and he got him back in the game.
Got him in the game. But can you imagine, like, if we'd have won that game?
That's right.
That'd increase his legend. But he's just such a beloved player. He's just so unique, and it's weird. Like maybe he himself not get the gold jacket or so for the Hall of Fame, but there at least should be like a subsection or a little booth or a plaque or something to show, like, hey, look, this person put this up. Only person in history, in Super Bowl history, to do this. You know?
Yeah, and the thing is, Dave, the thing that I got emotional with, and I'm not playing. I got emotional when Taysom got emotional, because here's the thing. I know that the Saints may have, Drew Brees, that we've seen a great quarterback. Tyler Shough may be a great quarterback. We've seen Kamara. We've seen Deuce. We've seen Ruben Mays. We've seen Dalton Hill. We've seen great running backs with the Saints. We've seen Michael Thomas and Joe Warren and Ricky Jackson. We've seen Pat Swilling, Demario Davis, Jonathan Villiers, all these positions where we've seen incredible players. And if we live long enough and we're blessed, we'll see incredible players at certain positions again. But I know, like, I'm not seeing Taysom again. I'm not going to see a college quarterback that's going to be like, yeah, I'll do whatever you need me to do as long as I can.
That's another thing. Like, you'll never see another selfless person like that. Just throw their body on the line and be like, yeah, no, I can't play quarterback. Screw it. I'll play whatever position you need me to.
Hey, sorry, Ralph, can you rejoin Discord real fast, Ralphie?
What's that?
Can you rejoin Discord real fast? Like, your camera's pretty iffy, I think.
Okay. Dave, talk about Taysom.
Yeah.
Because you seem like he doesn't belong in the Ring of Honor.
Dave, you're muted, man.
Of course, he's muted, so he just out into the
I'm sorry.
void.
I'm sorry. No, Cody, thank you for bringing that up, because, yes, you're right. When that first came up and you were giving your answer, and I kind of was skeptical. I was like, I don't know. And then I kind of had to throw cold water on my face, and I kind of rethought about it, and I'm saying, what am I saying? Like, if the guy is good enough to be in the NFL Pro Football Hall of Fame, I think he's. I don't think we as the Saints franchise are, that particular and that esteemed that we. Like, anybody that's in the Pro Football Hall of Fame for the Saints should be automatically getting into the Saints Ring of Honor. I guess I was just I guess my initial thought was like, the Ring of Honor physically is in the Superdome, and it goes around the the trimming of the Superdome inside, and there is only there is a limited amount of space.
You can always
so that was just
font.
Well, to decrease it, you'd have to, and so that was just my only original hesitation. Is just like, there's really only 10 spots or however many, I don't know. I have no idea how many that could fit at the current font size. But so that was just it. But I mean, honestly, at this point, no. If you were going to put him in the NFL Hall of Fame, then yes, he gets to be in the Saints Ring of Honor. Like that would be crazy not to have him.
Who on the current team? Like you got Cam Jordan, lock for the Ring of
Cam
Honor.
Jordan,
Mario Davis,
Cam Jordan's in the Ring of Honor for sure.
Kamara, lock for the Ring of Honor.
Yeah. We're already running out of space. That's what I'm saying. Like this is becoming a problem. This is becoming
another
a problem.
ring. Add another ring.
I would put Taysom over Kamara.
I think there's some
people are going to have to give up their seats.
Years of the Ring of Honor.
People are going to have to give up. Yeah, well, no. People are going to have to give up their seats for Ring of Honor.
CK Ambrose in the chat. Sanka lock.
Thomas, donation update, please.
All right, quick donation update. Oppenheimer with the 50 Buckaroo donation. You're a Hall of Famer in my book, Taysom. And also thanks to HOF'er for $20 tip. Merry Christmas, Saints Happy Hour family. Merry Christmas to you too, HOF'er. We are $30 away. Also, everyone donated via Stream Elements. Nice job, guys.
Yeah. So this is an interesting topic that I've been thinking about. And Quody, and the Saints defense is suddenly top 10 in yards allowed. And I know like people don't care about yards anymore. It's a basic bitch stat, but it was last year they were last. Now they're top 10. They're on pace to hit 40 sacks for the first time since 2022. They are fourth in third down defense, which feels incredible because I feel like the first 7 weeks they couldn't stop anyone on third down.
They couldn't stop a wet fart.
On third down. I think like the distance didn't matter. It just and they're fourth. But here's the thing that I feel that and I don't have a good explanation for it. But while Tyler Shough's play feels very real and sustainable, and I'm incredibly excited about it, and they'll improve the offense, and he'll be good if he's healthy. I feel like the defense magic is a little bit smoke and mirrors and might be a little bit not fraudulent, but not sustainable. And I just worry that is this overachieving that they're doing with the roster, is it going to fool the Saints into thinking, we're good on defense. We need to worry about the offense in free agency in the draft. The defense is good. Brandon Staley, he'll work some more. He worked magic this year. He'll work magic next year. And they're fooling themselves. They could talk themselves into the defense being better than it really is.
I'm going to agree with you there, Ralph, because I remember one point that you brought up, and we've seen time and time. If you ever watch any NFL, sustained success is not guaranteed year to year. And it's not like the NBA or the NHL where there's a slow, steady decline. Mm-hmm. You can be all-pro 1 year and then be garbage the next year. And just like one off season, all it takes is just be done. And so it's going to be important that the Saints self-scout and understand that, hey, look, maybe the people who are making plays, they're getting long in the tooth. We don't have them very much, and we don't know what their level of play is going to be. So we got lucky on this, and we need to constantly keep looking to build and patch holes and whatnot. Now, it's fantastic. I would lock down Staley because he's polished a turd into gold here lately. But from there, you got to be real careful because you can't be too complacent and be like, oh, look, he turned around. It's fantastic. And then next year, Demario Davis doesn't have the same pop that he does. Cam Jordan's gone. Alante may walk or may not. If we decide to pay him, you don't know. And so you can't. How many teams, are stay the same from year to year, especially with defense. Even when we're fantastic, we had fantastic defenses under DA. They still would be the same exactly year after year after year.
Here's my question, Dave. Demario Davis, Cam Jordan, incredible. Cam Jordan, I wish I would have sent Thomas the picture. His whole family had his different hairstyles.
That felt kind of like a farewell thing.
It felt like a farewell, but what I wanted to ask Dave was, do you think Demario Davis and Cam Jordan, do you think both or either will be back, and how badly do you want them back for 2026?
Oh, you caught me eating leftovers there for dinner. Having a late dinner here.
What are you eating?
It's a leftover Hello Fresh meal that we made a couple of days ago. It's a pasta, meat, whatever, nothing special.
Not
Look,
sponsored.
DeMario, yeah, not sponsored. That's right. No, definitely not. I've given them a lot of money over the years. Demario Davis, I think he has to come back for another year. He's played as well as he has ever played, and so I know he's older, but he's got to come back. And I also think that what we're seeing now at the end of this season, I think it's giving a lot of the older guys a little extra juice and a little hope. And I think it's going to come into play big time when the off season hits and they say, hey, when these guys have to make these decisions, do I want to come back for another year? And I think if they feel like if we come back and they add more pieces to the puzzle and Kellen adds more pieces of the puzzle and we've got our guy Shough, and I think they feel exactly like the fans feel, which is like, we're really close. Like now we know we've got the foundation. We can see the foundation being built, and we can see the framework going up. If we can have a good draft and a good free agency, and then again, like we're talking about, if the veterans stick around, that's another piece in the whole puzzle. And then hey, maybe we'll stick around one more year. Maybe this is a good enough team that we can make a run at it.
Well, the thing
our division's not the best. It's not like we're
for sure. No, it's definitely winnable.
And so
it's definitely a winnable division.
I mean,
and then the other thing I would say, just specifically about Cam, I'm sorry to interrupt, is about Cam is, Cam I think is a little bit older than DeMario, and. He's but I'm saying, like, as far as like their play is his play is concerned, like he's not out there on every down.
Yeah, that's true.
Like doing like crazy stuff. Like Cam has limited himself and is in a more limited role, and so I think it's easier for him to say I'll stick around for another year, as long as also because. With every sack that he gets at this point, and he got 1.5. What I think, did he get 1.5 left?
Yeah,
they give him that
$100,000 Sunday.
Exactly. Like every sack he gets this season, and then I don't know, was he even under contract for next season? Would he be under contract?
He waits, but like if he wants to come back, the Saints will tack on another year and do it, and his cap number will go down. Like him, DeMario, and Taysom all void, and they're gonna have a ton of dead money. So if the Saints bring him back, it's advantageous for the Saints because it'll help the cap tremendously.
Another reason, maybe they want to help us. But no, I wasn't talking about Cam coming back for the money. I'm talking about Cam because every sack that Cam gets from this point on is
gets closer to Cam.
He leaps somebody else on that list. Like
a famous person.
Like yes, exactly. Like he's so far up there, and they're all bunched up there, and like every sack he gets, he's crossing somebody else off that list, and so that's a big deal also. So
it's good for him. So he wants to get into that sack percentage to where like he's sandwiched in between Hall of Famers.
Yeah, and I just think for Cam, if he and look, Cam Ward, we'll get to in a game preview, but he's been sacked over 50 times. So like I think there's a very good shot that Cam gets to 10 sacks. And I just think when you look at a guy and you're making his case for the Hall of Fame, and you say, oh, and by the way, when he was 36, he had 10.5 sacks. Like that, those little things like get you there and get him in. I will say for Cam Jordan, one of my favorite things this whole thing is he hated Todd Grantham, Dave. He called him Guy McGuy. Yes. He said to Cat Terrell, he's like, yeah, surprisingly, I can't play nose guard. And the 17 weeks in the penitentiary last year kind of proved that. And then he said, bad choice of words, purgatory. Like, I think this entire year is him giving the double bird to Todd Grantham, being like, I can still play, you dumb ass coach.
Fight,
and it's been a joy. Like being petty in New Orleans, we love it. It's great.
Yes.
That's right. Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's why I love that running up the score with Taysom at the last second throw into Chris Olave. There was some old shade of Sean Payton there, you know. Doesn't matter who, just keep running it up, baby.
And Dave, I gotta say, like with Kellen Moore, he gives you a weird. It's not a bad. It's his own vibe. It's interesting.
Just very neutral.
It's not the screaming coach vibe, and his post game game balls. It feels like a teacher reading off the honor roll. But the players seem to like it. But I was like, the fact that he looked around and was like, yeah, this is probably Taysom's last game. We got to get him in the end zone, and we got to get him a score. And he worked really hard to do it. Like that made me feel even better about Kellen Moore, because DA 2 years ago didn't know how to do it with Jimmy Graham. He didn't like giving out game balls, and that's just not good That's just not good player management. I don't even know the word, but it made me feel good that Kellen Moore was like, we got to get Taysom in the end zone.
Well, no, great point. No, so you're right. So there was that. I mean, there was also, like, again, we talked about, like, Cam got 1.5 sacks or whatever. Like, I think there's some acknowledgement of Cam and what he's got going on in his career. And then the funny thing is that I actually ended up watching the game with my buddy Brad and his son, and then Andrew and Cullen. And we watched the entire second half together. And we talked about this on the postgame show. We were all very aware of Shough's nearness to 300 yards, and so much so that when we thought he had the 300 yards, he was actually, and I was the one that said this. I said no, he needed 10 yards, and he got 9 yards. He ended up, after one play, he was at 299, and I genuinely think that Kellen Moore and the coaching staff knew exactly where they were at, because the next play, and Andrew kind of called this, the next play was a shovel pass. It was a quick forward shovel pass that counted as a pass to, I don't remember who it was, to who, but they ended up getting like, might have been, and they ended up getting like 2, 3, 4 yards, and that got them Shough just over the 300, and then that was it. And then they kind of backed off that, and then they were able to go with Taysom. We're gonna get into the whole Taysom thing and Torricelli Simpkins thing in the weekend story time. Anyway, so anyway, to your point, I think those are 3 different examples. I'm talking about Tyler Shough and his 300 yards. I'm talking about Cam Jordan, and I'm talking about what we were talking about earlier with what's his face.
Yeah, no, I mean, it matters. And it just, coaches, you need, to me, Kellen Moore reminds me of Dick Vermeil, the old Rams coach in Kansas City, where he didn't yell, he didn't scream, but he like had these points of like leadership, and he was like, his 2 main points is you got to prove to the players that you care about them, and you got to create a building where people like coming to work. And I feel like all the Top Golf and the hey, we're guy's gonna make a free throw, and we're gonna have a fun practice day where we're not gonna do anything, we're gonna leave early. Like, Cody, I feel like we kind of laughed at all this stuff, but I feel like this team, it worked. Like, this team is together, they're playing hard, and they're going to finish the season giving a damn, where I can name about 5 NFL teams. They don't give a shit about anything.
I was about to say that. How many weeks have we been eliminated from playoff contention now? But yeah, we're still showing up. Yeah, right. And we're still showing up. Look at like some other teams. Like, look at the Cardinals. Look at Miami. Like, they're done. Like, they are just like, let's get out of here. It is a run out the clock situation. They are in the between Christmas and New Year's in the office type vibe. We are waiting just to go home and go on vacation. But yet they're showing up for Kellen. They're playing hard, and it's showing. And it's also nice to have, knowing you have a coach, how important it is to New Orleans to know like the zeitgeist, get the vibe of the city. Like, yes, we're petty. We want to run it up. We love our players. We want to help them up. And for him in his first year to kind of understand that, that's really good to know. Because look, I mean, we hated DA because he didn't care about any of that.
No, It was, and like DA, like he said, I don't like giving up game balls, and I was like, what the fuck, man? Like, what do you?
Easy to
Players clearly love getting game balls.
Yes.
I think Kellen Moore gave out like 13 game balls last week. I would err, Dave. Yeah. Do you think like DA is the wrong way to go? No game balls. That's stupid. But like 13 to 15 game balls, is that excessive, or is when you win just give as many out as you need to give out?
No, is he really? I mean, is he really giving out that many?
Give one to Santa, you know.
No,
I mean, 13 does seem a little bit excessive. That's like one
to the janitor
of the team, and at that point, at that point, you're watering it down, and it's starting to lose its significance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 3 to 4. 3 to 4.
Everybody gets a game ball.
I'll tell you what's not excessive. Hard Hide Ponchatoula Strawberry Whiskey. It is a strawberry-flavored whiskey blended with aged wheat whiskey, American light whiskey, Cocktail and Sons, strawberry and lemon syrup, fresh strawberries from Jonesdale Farm in Ponchatoula, Louisiana. It's 86 proof. The whiskey is blended and bottled at the Sugarfield Distillery in Gonzales, Louisiana. You can pick up a bottle wherever fine spirits are sold in Louisiana, Mississippi, Texas, and Tennessee. To learn more and to find a location to get a bottle near you, go to hardhidewhiskies.com. Hard Hide Ponchatoula Strawberry Whiskey is supporting Saints Happy Hour all football season long. So support the people who support the show. Grab a bottle of Hard Hide Ponchatoula Strawberry Whiskey today. Thomas, quick donation update. Are we there yet?
$10 away. We had one donation from Oppenheimer, 20 buckaroo tip, extending his lead for the MVP of tonight with donation message. Staley is a wizard.
He is Staley, like Brandon Staley. If his
You're a wizard, Harry.
If his ending with the Chargers wasn't so terrible, Dave, I would worry that a team might be interested in hiring him as a head coach, but his ending with the Chargers was disastrous. So he's going to be here a while longer.
Well, I mean, that's good for us.
I can't see. I don't feel like the Saints season is anything where you have a poaching situation. Like, oh yeah, we got to get that coach from that 5-11 team that just
no one goes
that
to
couldn't even win the
teams.
NFC South. Yeah. I think we're
only worst division, right?
That's right. Yeah. Only offensive coordinators from bad teams can get hired because a team will be like, that offense kicked ass. We want that guy. Defensive coordinators, not so much. So Dave, look, we see Tyler Shough cooking with big receivers, Devon Vele. Tight end Jawan Johnson is a revelation. That dude's going to have 80 plus catches for the year. And smooth route runners like Chris Olave, 165 yards. He's cooking with Tyler Shough. But I ask you this, if you can only add one type of receiver to the Saints this offseason via draft, free agency, trade, whatever, what kind of receiver do you think will bring out the best in Shough?
I think a contested catch guru, like somebody who can catch in traffic, like because how many times have we seen Chris Olave drop? Somebody who's got some sure hands, like just a good third down receiver. Because you look at Shough, man, he likes throwing it in tight spots. So you got to be able to make sure you're coming down with it.
Dave, would you risk bringing in an elite receiver that's a head case?
Dave's frozen or something, I think.
Vibe. Dave is standing there.
No, I'm not.
He's there.
He's not.
No, I just everything else froze for me in the middle of Ralph's question. Everything froze, and so I just kept my mouth shut. And everybody's video is still frozen for me, but I can hear you now. And I heard Ralph's question, so if you want me to answer, I'm ready to go.
Answer it.
Give you an answer.
Go ahead.
Yeah. No, I mean my answer would be like all of the women that are on the dating apps, Kevin. I'm looking at height, and if you're above 6'5", I'm swiping right or whatever's good. And if you're below 6'5", I'm swiping left. Like, let's get this guy. Let's get him a tall drink of water. Somebody who can high point. Somebody who's going to go up there. Somebody who's a red zone threat. Like he is. Tyler Shough is the perfect kind of quarterback to have a receiver who, like a Justin Jefferson type guy. She's the perfect kind of quarterback who's going to work with the receiver. He throw these balls out there that only his receiver can get and will get if he's good enough. And we got to go way bigger, way taller.
I'd love
bigger, faster, stronger, uncut.
I'd love a
Suck
real
it
tight
long,
end.
suck it hard. This feels
Like
so good.
One that actually can block in line.
Yeah, like one.
Yeah,
that could
well,
put
like
his
a
hand in the dirt.
Jimmy Graham. A Jimmy Graham would be a
Jimmy Graham's not a real tight end, but yes, I will take Jimmy. I will take peak Jimmy Graham and partner him with Tyler Shough.
My God,
a receiver.
No, I mean,
receiver.
Well, either way, okay. Well, that's fine. That's the question: is what wide receiver do we want?
Well, that's
you put
Dave,
Jimmy Graham. You put Jimmy Graham with Tyler Shough. You put Jimmy Graham with Tyler Shough, and I think I think Jimmy Graham makes Tyler Shough look like I think he makes Tyler Shough look like a freaking Hall of Famer.
Dave, I was thinking of it. Dave, I was thinking of this. In that
my computer and my Discord and my everything is totally messed up, but I can hear you guys, so
you can hear me fine. So here's
my entire. I can hear everybody fine. I have my entire my in-law family from New York is in town, and
what's your ping, Dave?
All using the internet. I have no idea. I can't even. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's exactly what's happening. That's exactly what's happening.
So Dave, I was thinking of this, fourth quarter after Chris Olave scored the touchdown and make it 16-6. My son, we were staying at my brother's house, and my brother lives in Metairie, right by the lake. And my son was like, I want to go fishing. I want to go fishing. So I was like, this game is locked. This game is done. Like the Saints aren't like Tyler Shough isn't going to botch this game. The Saints are up 16-6. So I just got to thinking, like, not that Tyler Shough is Drew Brees, but
Wendell Cavalier getting us over the edge. We're taking the Buckaroo donation. 32 weeks to go.
This game did make me feel like a game where the Saints clearly had the better quarterback. And in the fourth quarter, I felt like Tyler Shough's not going to screw this up. The Saints aren't going to botch this. They have the clearly superior quarterback. The rosters are closer than we like to think, the Jets roster. But that, like, comfort, I guess you want to call it, like, I was like, I can go fishing with my son in the fourth quarter. The Saints aren't blowing this. And it made me feel the way I felt about Drew Brees in 2014, 2015, 2016, when even though the Saints had a crap roster, Dave, I was like, we got Drew Brees, and the freaking Jaguars in 2015 or 2016, they don't have Drew Brees. We're fine. And like, that made me officially believe Tyler Shough's a franchise quarterback. Because I haven't felt that way about the Saints quarterback since 2020, where I would get in the fourth quarter, they're up 10. I'm like, it's fine, we're done. It's
third and long. You see 3rd and 12, 3rd and 13, you're like, yeah, whatever. It's all good. We'll make it. Also, Dave, Ralph, I don't know what's more dangerous, eating fish out of Lake Metairie or watching the Saints games. So I'd be careful.
But Dave, how did you feel in the fourth quarter watching the game? Were you completely relaxed?
Yeah, I was. No, I thought everything's fine. Look, I think we should go on record as a podcast together. Kevin and Andrew aren't here, but I think we need to put any sort of questioning about whether Shough is the guy. I think all of that is done. Like no more of that. No more questions. No more talking about that. Like I think we need to everything should be under the assumption and under the guise of Shough is absolutely our guy, and he might even be as good as Drew Brees. All hail Tyler Shough. I'm serious. Let's go. Let's kick off the party. Let's kick off the Shough party. Let's get Shough we're getting Shough tonight. Let's go.
Yeah. Well, that's a great segue, Dave. To the hotline.
Segue to your baby.
Hey, what the fuck, Rob? What are you gonna drink, man?
Oh yeah,
we're not segue. It's a great segue to you drinking.
All right. So
I'm gonna donation updates we have.
I'm gonna do Herb
and to me eating dinner.
I don't know. I don't know what this is. This looks disgusting.
Guys, post your puke meter rating in the chat after Rob drinks.
Ooh,
Yeah,
Dave.
you can know how to spell it. Yeah.
Dave, it smells like Malort mixed with a little bit of like fruit. Ooh, this is.
Where's the? Oh, I don't.
This is
I
not.
had everything. pulled
Vinny,
up.
if this
here
makes
we go.
you
The
puke, I will.
Svenska new bar. See, every website that I have found where I look this up, it's all in a different language. And I'm not sure how to translate.
Merry Christmas.
It's Svenska new bar. Anyway,
A traditional Scandinavian spirit that offers a rich and complex drinking experience. It is both strong and
Sally, I need help.
That's not the smooth part.
Oh wow!
Dave,
Wait,
my
is that live?
whole
Is that the real?
face
Oh wow!
is going numb. I think Vinny tried to poison me.
Wow!
So the
My chest
burns is a
burns
perfect
like gonorrhea on a
of
cheap
the
whore.
flavorful drinks. That's not what you're feeling.
Yeah, that doesn't. It's not.
I feel like this is some
It doesn't look flavorful to me.
1840s like medicine that they dreamed up when they have you drink and then they cut your tongue out. Like, oh my god.
Basically, what they mix with laudanum. There you go.
Oh, like everything.
Just some laudanum and bite a stick.
Like for real. Like everything in my mouth just feels like really weird.
But the palate is supposed to have a smooth and full-bodied flavor, featuring notes of herbs, citrus, and a touch of honey.
Oh, I didn't taste honey. I didn't taste any honey.
Cody.
They fooled you.
I tasted the EpiPen. I feel like Sally. I need assistance.
You got the reject.
Yeah.
I don't know. Whew, thanks for donating, everybody, and Vinny. Thanks for sending it. It's tremendous. But if I die,
if he dies, he dies.
We have the signed note.
You never talk. Does Sally have a good life insurance policy out on you?
I'm sure she does. I'm sure it's six. I'm sure it's 6, 7.
We've talked about this. I'm pretty sure it's strong to very strong.
Very strong.
Yeah.
She just makes sure that she's in a well-lit, well-photographed area every time you drink.
I mean, the other week she had me sign my name like 6 times. I asked her what it was for. She said, "Shut up, cripple, and do what you're told."
Don't worry about it.
Colonial life or something. I don't know. All right. So now I did the shot. If we get the second goal, I'll do another one of Vinny's
Vinny's poison
things that he sent me.
Sweetest poison.
Dave's hotline, his baby, 832-779-3820. 10 calls this week, Dave. The uncensored hotline is 6 minutes long, about the same as last week. Dustin J called, and he sounded drunker than me. Jesus Christ. Overall, it might be the drunkest hotline ever. You heard that right. Thomas, play the hotline.
Damn.
It's time for this week's hottest takes from the Saints Happy Hour Hotline.
Another week, another Olave big-time touchdown drop. This fucking bitch needs to hit the goddamn gym.
If that was Taysom's last game in the Dome, he went out like Ted Williams. Look it up, kids. What a Saints legend.
Hey, man, this is Dustin J from motherfucking Discord. I'm about to get back on the party bus back to Mobile, Alabama. Shook him up. Man, I just got to say thank you, Taysom Hill. Thank you, Cam Jordan. Thank you to Mario Davis. Thank you, Alvin Kamara. All of our veterans that are there. Thank you for your service. And that's what I'm talking about. We are playing winning football in December, and I'm drunk as fuck. But it's beautiful, man. It's fucking beautiful, man. Do that. Y'all have a good week. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.
Man, not only is Shough the future, that is a future MVP candidate. Not only do I think is he going to win an MVP in the next 5 to 10 years, but I think he's going to be a consistent front runner.
3 wins in a row, boys, and it feels shucking great. Guys, Shough does it again. He is the quarterback of the future, and he's just a rookie. 4-3, 3 wins in a row. I mean, I can't say enough good things about the guy. Feels shucking great. Champagne out.
Oh! Shough, you're the man. Taysom Hill, I knew you weren't done yet. Cam Jordan, wow. I mean, my God, we've got so many positive things to say with this game. It was just a great Sunday. Love you guys. See you next week. My God, so happy to be a Saints fan.
Well, Ralph, I got to hand it to you, buddy. I really think you nailed it in your column. I mean, I have, for the first time in a long time, I have optimism about what the future looks like for the Saints. It's a good feeling. I think they've got some really key building blocks, and I think we're going to look great next year. Who dat?
Gentlemen, it's Adam, the radio voice, calling you from Eastern Shore, Maryland. Who dat? Let's go. It feels good. That's a Christmas gift. It's awesome. The Saints have found their quarterback in Tyler Shough. He's awesome. Guys, appreciate you. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Let's go. Who dat?
Yeah, Saints Pool season ticket holder. Would you please tell these jerks that we do not do the frickin' wave when we're on offense? It is absolutely absurd that people are that drunk in the friggin' dome that they don't know the friggin' rules. They don't know what to do. It's infuriating. Bye.
Well, to be fair, it's first time in a long time the Saints had a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
At home.
It's the first time they
first
can
time,
be
long time. I did wave going on in the dome.
I know, man. The
and it's been the first time in a long time that we've
crowd
done that.
Pretty
it felt
festive,
good.
Dave. Like they looked like
felt
they were
like the old
fun.
times. Yeah, it was a very light crowd. It was so light that it allowed me and Brad and Andrew and Brad and Andrew's sons, all of us to sit together in the same row, undisturbed. It was a very light crowd, but the crowd that was there, to their credit, they were very into it, and we did get the wave going, and it did feel like old times. I guess I'm trying to think now. I guess maybe it was on offense, and normally that's something I guess maybe you do on defense, but. It was really starting to feel like old times this past Sunday. Like it was a great way to end the season. I think we have a lot. I think we have a lot to be hopeful for, and obviously a lot of that is because of Tyler Shough.
I mean, listen,
all praise.
Tyler Shough. The film nerds are starting to find him, and you know they haven't. Let's be real. Like if you ain't a Saints fan, you ain't watched Saints games all year. That's fine. But like the film nerds are starting to find the Tyler Shough games, and they're starting to watch, and they're starting to be like, "This is really good." This is like it's not just Louis Riddick. It's not just.
They're becoming Shough boys.
Dude,
they're
Saints
becoming
are back
Shough boys.
on ball.
I love listening.
Saints are back on ball. Man.
I love that the guys on Pardon My Take love Shough. They're self-proclaimed Shough boys. I think they all rode together on a either a bet or a parlay for Shough to hit over 300 on the passing yards. So when he got it, I think they were like super excited. I think they really, Shough Fever. I think Shough Fever. I think is what we're dealing with here. I think we've got Shough Fever.
Name. If he's good, you can make a ton of jokes, and I think content creators are already falling in love with him.
And it fits so well, Shough, in South Louisiana with oysters and everything else like that.
Well, it does. No, I know. Well, and again, I idea for my shirt, which I really should put on the website and get going. But but it's funny that you mentioned that because the guys on Pardon My Take, like they have like the opposite of that take, which is like Shough would have been drafted higher, and would have been more popular and more of a household name if not for his name. Like it's because his name is holding him back, and he's had to overcome his name. And now he has to be really good to make his name a joke or whatever, because otherwise the name is the joke and his play is good.
Here's a question, Dave. You are a t-shirt magnet, so you have a innate ability to see trends and slogans.
No, I have a great
you
Shough.
slap it on a t-shirt and you monetize it.
If
I said to you, look, if I said to you, Dave, Tyler Shough's going to be really good. What slogan is sort of going to be his moniker that fans are going to gravitate towards? Is it going to be Shuck Boy, or is it going to be you're getting shucked tonight? And you can't say both. You got to pick one.
You're getting shucked tonight. No, I don't think it's both.
Just say shuck it, or just shuck it. You know.
I don't know. It's just. I mean, you know, you're talking about a name that is what do we call it? It's not a homonym? It's not a homonym.
No, homonym sounds like something.
Yeah, well, no, is it not a homonym to fuck?
A homonym for actually, I guess SHUCK. Yeah.
I feel like.
So you got a guy who's got a last name that's a homonym to fuck.
Exactly.
And so at that point, it's you're off to the races. Like all bets are off. Like anything you use fucking, you can use shucking.
I feel like Shuck Boy isn't.
There's too many. There's almost too many.
I feel like Shuck Boy's not going to make it, and it's not going to be the thing because I feel like. One, people have already heard the song Getting Shucked Tonight. Tyler Shuck sang it at the podium. I feel like if the Saints get really good, Dave, the Superdome, you can sing it. Like we can all, like the crowd can just start singing it like it's an English Premier League game.
Yeah.
And that's gonna be the Tyler Shuck slogan, whatever that we gravitate to, Getting Shucked Tonight. That's gonna be the one that's gonna last.
The song, they need to start playing the song in the stadium and people will attach themselves to the song, but anything other than that and anything short of that, I got to be honest with you, I feel like because it's so malleable and because it rhymes with fuck and you could use it in all the different ways that you can use fuck. Like I think it's
the possibilities are.
I think you can use it.
We can't predict.
It can't be pinned down. It can't be pinned down.
I don't know. I feel like the next 5 years, Getting Shucked Tonight is going to take its place along with Get Crunk and Who Dat and Cha-Ching. I just feel like Getting Shucked Tonight it's got something. It feels special in a way all the other ones don't.
Yes. I mean, you give Shuck, if he keeps playing and he keeps getting national attention, just wait, dude. It'll come. It'll come. Like the memes will come. Like the things will come. You know. And Dave's like frozen and just hanging out. Okay, there he is.
So now it's time. The Saints Happy Hour viewer questions are brought to you by Hard Hide, Ponchatoula Strawberry Whiskey, and Chilton County Peach Whiskey. You can pick up a bottle wherever fine spirits are sold in Louisiana, Mississippi, Texas, and Tennessee. To learn more and to find a location to get a bottle near you, go to www.hardhidewhiskies.com. Thomas, take it to the top.
Right that.
I wonder, did Morton Anderson and Brian Hansen, did they sing a Christmas song? If they have a Christmas song, we should have been playing that Christmas song.
I've talked to musical artists before, and they've all said that Christmas songs are like the holy grail. If you can make like a good hit Christmas song, like that's your real ticket.
The checks just come on. The checks just stay forever.
Every year, just boom, 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 every year.
I mean, like Andrew, the guy from Wham that's still alive. He's probably buying a beach house every year.
Absolutely.
Last Christmas.
Oh, absolutely.
You know? Thomas, what's first up?
Last Christmas, I shucked you tonight. All right. First question. First question from Volky.
There you go.
He asks, Limitless. Outside of Breeze, would seeing Taysom in another team's uniform be the most upsetting of any beloved Saints player?
I think see Cam Jordan out of
No. Cam Jordan, Kamara.
No.
There's a few guys that I think would be because
I feel like
equally or more upsetting.
Because I feel like Taysom in a Broncos jersey right now is kind of like almost inevitable. So I'm kind of like predicting like he's going to be wearing another one.
Here's the thing that it won't. I wouldn't say it'll be upsetting, but the thing about Taysom in a Broncos uniform, Dave, is it could make me very sad because Taysom, like since his knee injury, he's not the same. The explosiveness, the power is kind of gone. And he fumbled against the Jets, right, to open the game. And like Saints fans were like, oh, that's sad. I don't like this. But we don't boo him because he's Taysom and we love him and he's a legend. I feel like if he goes to Denver and he kind of did what he did this year for the Saints, the Denver people will boo his ass off.
Yeah.
And that would make me sad.
I don't know. Look, this is what I will say is he's 35 years old. If he leaves us now after 9 seasons with us and he goes to Denver or he goes anywhere, to be quite honest with you, but I guess maybe Denver specifically, and he does, if he does well, like, God bless him, because how much could we really expect? Like, are we supposed to pay him? Are we going to pay him a multi-year contract to stick around?
No.
At 35,
he took a massive
like,
pay cut this year from the Saints.
Yeah, I mean, like, if he wants to go somewhere and play somewhere, God bless him. And if somebody gets something as good as like this season out of him, then good for them. But I think that's fine. I would be happy for him. I would not be upset for us. I think it's fine.
Thomas, what's next?
All right. That was a quick one. Next question, a longer one from Saints Rabbit, the usual suspect. He asks a Shough question. In his post-game press conference, Shough said, "The season hasn't gone exactly as we wanted it to, but we kind of stayed resilient through that." Is this what Shough throwing shade looks like? And if you don't think so, what would it look like?
It's an interesting question because I guess maybe Saints Rabbit is thinking, Dave, that he's throwing shade because he's like, you should have started me earlier. Maybe it would have gone different. But I don't know. Like, I don't think like Shough is so polished at the podium. Like, if you want him to throw shade and like he's just so good on the podium. Like, that's the thing. Another thing that's impressive. Like, he always says the right thing.
Older maturity, man. Like it's gonna have to be like really egregious for him to like throw shade or stuff. Because if not, he's just gonna be professional. He's gonna do like that coach speak stuff, and then you just get out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he does seem to have a lot of personality, Dave. Even more personality than Drew, I think.
Is that difficult? Like,
I mean, that's not that hard.
Saying high bar to overcome. Look, what I would say is that I don't. We're talking about him and his. We're talking about Shough and his. I don't know. I forgot what I was going to say.
Well, I'll say this. I like Shough's personality. You had mentioned, Dave, that like Jameis, you can't have a person like Jameis be your quarterback leader because he's too goofy. And I feel like Shough he's like really good at like, he does the beanie weenie. He quotes getting Shough tonight, but he goes right in that sweet spot. Whereas if he goes a little too far, then you're like, come on, man, you're a goofball. You can't be a quarter. You can't be a leader. But he like Shough does it just so perfect. I'm in love, Dave.
No, I agree with that. And he's ingrained himself in the city so much and so fast. Like, he understood the assignment and he has got it A+, 100%, dude. He knew what to do and he's done it. I'm proud. I'm proud to call him a quarterback.
Well, this is what I wanted to say. I reread the question, and the question was basically insinuating whether maybe Shough was throwing shade at the organization for not starting him earlier. And look, Shough has been great since he's been starting here, but I think that would be, if Shough was really throwing shade, I think that would be a little disingenuous because. Like, let's be real. Like, at the end of preseason, it was a coin flip between Shough and Rattler. Like, he doesn't have a leg to stand on if he wants to sit here and say, oh man, I was the obvious choice after training camp, after preseason, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And because that's the case, I would find it very hard to believe that he's doing that and throwing shade at anybody, because I don't think that he believes that, you know, at week 1 he was the guy. I really don't believe that he felt like he had put that film out there and that he had earned that right and that he had I don't think he thought he felt like he thought he was that guy.
No, it's a great point. It was really close in the preseason, and at the time we were like, oh, okay, Shough will get his chance eventually, but he didn't win it. Thomas, what's next?
And he did.
Yeah.
All right, final question of the show belongs to Budrich, and he asks, would you rather sign Breece Hall in free agency or draft Jeremiah Love in the first round?
Breece Hall.
Great question.
I'm not familiar. I'm not that
Go to
familiar.
school? Where did Jeremiah Love go to school?
Notre Dame.
I don't know.
Thank you.
Oh, geez.
Notre Dame's players for the Saints traditionally are a disaster.
Thank you. Exactly. Stay away.
From Isaiah Foskey to Ian Book to Irv Smith to, the list is damn near endless of Saints players.
So why lay your first round pick?
I would say this.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
I really believe that the Saints, like as Dave said, if you said before, Dave, like it's done. Like Tyler Shough is the quarterback in 2026. And you can argue whether you think he's a franchise guy, long-term, whatever. The Saints, I think, are going to go into this offseason, Dave, and they're going to be like, he's our guy. We got to get him weapons. We got to protect him. We're going for this crappy division. We're doing this again. And I think the Saints, write this down, timestamp this, Thomas. I think you're going to get a tweet on like my birthday, March 9th. Diana Rossini is going to tweet out, Breece Hall is deciding between the Saints and another team. And the Saints are going to make Breece Hall go somewhere and take less money. Like, I just think he's like a perfect freaking fit for what the Saints do. And if you sign Breece Hall in free agency, Dave, you could do something else with your first round pick.
Hey, Tomas,
yeah.
check
My
the
opinion was going to be,
timestamp on this.
I agree with you. I agree with you. Breece Hall is definitely a perfect fit for what they do. I know Breece Hall is probably totally unhappy being in New York with the Jets. It's miserable. I'm sure if he's with a team like the Saints and he's got Kellen Moore calling plays or having input on the offense, I think he very much feels like he would thrive in a place like this. And I really don't know anything about Jeremiah Love, and
he's the best running back in the draft. Is basically
but see that again. That's more of an unknown quantity.
To 1,000 yards through Notre Dame's easy cupcake schedule this year.
Well, and I'm sure he's great, but he's an unknown quantity. Breece has been in this league for a few years now, and I think we know what we can get. And so I would definitely be more inclined to go with Breece Hall. And you know what? The other thing I was thinking of while we were talking about all this, here's what I was thinking of. Little concern, because I feel like now the Saints are at this precipice. Okay, because everything I've ever heard about Mickey Loomis is like he doesn't want to leave the team. He doesn't want to leave the team when it's in a bad situation. He wants to leave on a high note. This is what I've heard. And I feel like we're at a precipice now because now we have our quarterback and we could go one of two ways. And I feel like the first way is what I'm concerned about. The way we're going to go is it's the direction we've gone in the past. And we're like one or two moves away from just winning this division. And let's just win the division and let's see what we can do. As opposed to what I think is the smarter move is, let's build slowly and patiently and methodically. Let's not get greedy. Let's not build for the Super Bowl tomorrow. Let's build for the Super Bowl 2 years from now. But I'm worried because what have we seen in the past? What have we seen in the past from this front office when we get in these situations? When we get in these situations, when we get so close, when we're like, oh, here we get greedy. It's like, oh, okay, you know what? When we had Drew, you know what? I think we can get a few more years out of Drew. After one or two guys, I think we can get it. And it almost worked out. But when it doesn't work out, you really screw yourself.
Well, I think it's that the NFC South so bad that like it's like trying to be king of shit mountain. Like the goalpost to win the division isn't that high, and you're not looking at like, okay,
That's
who do we
what
have
I'm
to
worried
compete
about.
with? Like we have to compete with the Seahawks, the Rams. Like we're not building the team to compete with the top tier of the NFC. We're only building the team like Mickey Loomis can only see beating the top of the NFC South.
Yeah,
which
no,
two different things.
I just want the Saints, Dave. You know me, I love the transaction. I want them to go crazy in free agency. But my thing is, if you're going to go crazy with guys like Breece Hall, young offensive linemen. Don't go and get Tyreek Hill from Kansas City, who's old, or Miami, who's old and hurt. Don't go get former Saint Trey Hendrickson, who's old and been injured. Like, if you want to spend, it's fine. But go get guys that are in that 25 to 27-year-old range that, like you say, Dave, that will still be here, and you can be like, hey, we're going to sign him, and
some growth.
He's still going to be here when Tyler Shough gets his second contract. That's what I want.
Right.
Yeah, don't get these older vets and stuff that are essentially on 1-year deals, because that's about as much as they can get.
Throwing darts. Right. Don't start throwing darts at the board and just taking shots.
I'm going to tell you, though.
People like Ralph, like, no, Mickey, do that line of cocaine. You're fine. Go for it, baby.
I mean, Trey Hendrickson, man, just hit the bump.
Knock yourself out.
Just bump. Couple of bumps.
Split the aces, baby. Split the aces.
So, Thomas, quick donation update. Where are we?
Quick donation update. We are still at $100. Oppenheimer still in the lead with 70 buckaroos. Second place, Huda the Goffin. Third place, Wendell Cavalier. Just 3 different donators tonight, guys, by the way.
So, the Saints, Dave, this week are a road favorite at Tennessee. The Saints are -2.5. But before we get to the game predictions, we got to recap last week. Thomas, only a couple of weeks left.
Yeah, only a couple of weeks left. Not a great week for you, Ralphie. Everyone picked the Saints to win. Somehow, Taysom had a great game, but somehow Charlie
Smith get more points.
I don't know, man. That's the side that I use. No, I don't know, man. Like,
oh my God, you got to be kidding me! Andrew came out as the big winner here.
Unfortunately,
Ralph. Wow.
Unfortunately,
the sun never sets on the Jewish Empire.
I missed the exact score by 3 freaking points.
I know, that's pretty close, man. Like,
the only red on here is Kevin. So
I hope the Christmas fish in your bathtub Poland dies, Thomas.
So Andrew's pulling ahead of Ralph.
That's the point, Ralph. That's the point.
Yeah. So basically, Andrew has pulled ahead of Ralph here,
unbelievable,
and I have pulled ahead of Kevin. This is a two-way race here. This is a race for first place and a race for third place.
All right. So did Kevin send you his prediction?
He did.
Y'all gotta have like a punishment for losing this. Y'all gotta do y'all gotta send Kevin to a Waffle House for 24 hours.
I keep telling them every year, and they forget, man.
He gets an hour off.
Like Kevin needs to date a man or something like that.
We have in our fantasy league that Brad Knapp, patron Discord member, he's a member of, and is the current owner of. If you're the loser in our fantasy football league, you get a bright neon pink license plate frame that goes around your car for the entire year, and the frame has rainbows and unicorns and Hello Kitty, and it says "I suck at fantasy football." And it's hilarious because for reasons that I didn't even think of and realize until I actually sat with Brad yesterday at the Saints game, and he's telling me all about how, he'll be many times he'll be stopped at a red light, and he'll notice in his rearview mirror people are like taking photos of the back of his car or whatever his license plate. And then my favorite story all time is a buddy of ours who is also in the league. He's an anesthesiologist, and he's in the operating room, and he's putting the guy to sleep, and the operating doctor is talking about how, he just dropped his son off at Jesuit, and he was laughing because the guy in front of him at the Jesuit carpool line had this license plate that said, "I suck at fantasy football." And my buddy, who's the anesthesiologist who puts him to sleep, says, "Oh yeah, that's my league. That's my buddy Brad." It just makes for great. It makes for great year-round content. I highly recommend that. I can supply the license plate frame for you in your league.
The thing is, in the cities that you're on might work. Like if I put that on my car in Austin, that's nothing. Like a little pink thing with rainbows, that gets lost in the water.
I think we need to commission.
Right.
Dave, I think you need to build a sign, and the person that finishes last has to have the sign in their shot for the entire year on the show.
What do you mean in their shot?
Like
behind them.
Behind them.
Yeah, you got closet jumps behind you. I got the Christmas tree
that's fine with me.
Like this person sucks at football, fantasy football.
Or maybe make like a big car sticker, so
I'm in.
Instead of a license plate.
All right, so what's Kevin's pick, Thomas?
Who do you think he picked, guys?
I would assume he picked the Saints.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin picked the Saints to win 24-16. And his play of the game is finally, he's gonna blow his load on Tyler Shough.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
All right, Cody, do you have a graphic for Cody, or can Cody just read off his prediction, Thomas?
No, Kevin can just predict, himself.
Go ahead, Cody.
Oh. I'm predicting Saints, but I'm looking at the Titans schedule here. I think it's going to be a little closer. I'm going 27-24 Saints.
Why is Cody second, by the way?
I don't know.
He's being nice.
I thought you were going to go to Dave or something.
If Cody picks somebody that I want, I'm stealing him from Cody. Right. Cody doesn't get to.
So then,
doesn't count.
Dave, go.
Oh, he doesn't even get to pick a guy.
Dwan Johnson.
And Cody doesn't make the graphic. Come on, womp, Cody.
Womp.
Yeah. All right. This obviously the Tennessee Titans. This is a similar situation as the Jets. The Tennessee Titans are in free fall mode. These are teams that are
playing better.
Yeah, they've only won 3 games, but their 2 of those wins have come in their last 3 games.
All right. Wow. Okay. I guess I'm not giving them enough credit, guys. By the way, whatever happened to Jaquan Jackson? I thought the Saints signed Jaquan Jackson. Is he on our practice squad or something? I thought he was back in.
Was he the IR guy from the Patriots?
Yeah, I forgot.
No, I thought he was from. I would have thought he would have come from Tennessee. He was on Tennessee last time I saw him. Anyway,
Jaquan
we got Tajay Spears. Is Tajay injured? Is Tajay active, or is he in? Is he going to play?
No, he actually put in fantasy. He actually put up a pretty decent stat line last week.
All right, let's go.
Yeah,
so Tajay
26-9 last week.
And Cam Ward had his best game of the year.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Tajay's back. Cam Ward is back. Tajay's back. I'm still picking the Saints. Let's not get ridiculous. Don't be ridiculous, cousin Larry. I went with Saints 27, and I think I went with the Titans 13. Yes, I did. There it is up on the screen. Great. Thank you very much. Now, my player of the game. See, this is the hard part. I've definitely doubled up already and used my joker. Yeah. Okay. I mean, there is. I mean, please, Thomas, tell me if there's somebody that I haven't picked that I'm a glaring omission that I haven't picked that I'm missing that I don't know about. Like, I don't think there is, though. I feel like you've. So I feel like I have to go
maybe
defense here.
Maybe go Cam Jordan. I don't know, man.
Ooh.
Yeah, there you go. Wait.
That wouldn't be a bad pick.
Yeah, because
Ward's given up 50 stats. He's been sacked 50
Yeah, 50 sacks.
You know what? Yeah, all right. I'm going Cam Jordan. Thank you, man. Thank you. I'm going Cam Jordan.
All right.
Cam Jordan.
Jordan.
Thomas, do Andrew since he's not here, and then I'll go last.
Oh, wait, let me didn't send me his play of the game before the game.
Of course he didn't.
Of course he didn't. He's like the only one who doesn't. Like, Jesus Christ,
I never do. No, I never do. I like to wait until the injury report comes out.
Smart man.
Injury report. Yeah. All right. So, Andrew, who do you think Andrew picked? The Juju Empire.
The Saints. He picked.
Oh, I know, Ralph. What you're trying to do, Ralph? You sneaky son of a bitch. That's why you wanted Andrew to go first. you I should deduct points for that. Ralph texted me like 2 minutes ago. Do Andrew before me?
I just wanted Andrew to go next because it's less interesting content. It just because Andrew's not here to give the prediction.
Oh, so yeah. Nice excuse. Ralph probably wanted to change his pick in case he picked, someone else.
That's true.
So still Andrew's intel.
23-20. You don't have to change your pick, Ralph.
All right.
And he picked. That's your chance, Ralph. That's your chance. He picked the Eskimo. The Eskimo man.
Oh.
No.
Here's the thing with the Saints. I am a full on getting Shough tonight. I'm with Dave. I completely believe in Shough. He's going to be very, very good. Incredible next year. The Saints are going to do a bunch of stuff in the offseason. They're going to be very good next year. The Saints are going to be awesome. We're going to be back to winning.
You son of a bitch.
But
it'd be Saintsy. It would be very Saintsy.
You are picking them to lose.
But the national media, Shough mania, it's almost breaking through to where, he could be rookie of the year. And the people that doubted him, if he could put one more good game together, they would be like, maybe I was wrong. It's getting a little bit overheated. I think it's going to be a rough one Sunday. It's going to come back down to earth a little bit for the Saints. And I think Tennessee is going to win.
Ooh.
And I think Tyler Shough's going to have a bumpy game. Tennessee's defense, it's bad with, as Dave would say, basic bitch stats, but it's done some interesting stuff. It had Sam Darnold in a pickle in some spots. It's been playing better. It had whoever the Kansas City quarterback, Gardner Minshew, and the third string guy. Like, they were struggling. They didn't even get double digits. I think it's going to be bumpy. I think Tennessee's going to kill our little party for a little bit. Tennessee 20-17. The winning streak's going to end. And my MVP is going to be a late Kevin Austin Jr. touchdown to make the game closer than it should be. I just think it's time to say it's good. Dave, every now and then, man, you shank one off the tee box. It's not. Don't worry about it. It's still. It will get on track against Atlanta, and we'll feel great going into the offseason. Don't worry about it. But this week, it's going to be bumpy. It's going to be playing out of sand traps and out of the rough and trees.
If we do lose,
look, I appreciate the golf references. Appreciate the golf references.
Man, you talk about improve our draft spot big time.
It would.
No.
It would. So, like,
it would. I'm okay with it. I'd be okay with it, but I don't think it's happening.
We'd almost get back to top 5. I think if we lose against.
I think we're on a run. I don't see us losing.
The chat completely disagrees with me. They're angry with me. They're saying
But it would be Saintsy, though. It would be Saintsy to be putting a good game,
baby.
Lose against the Titans, and come back and beat the hell out of Atlanta.
I mean,
I don't see us losing
crazy.
2028.
I mean, it's crazy. If Kansas City gets their head kicked in on Christmas, which everyone expects,
those Christmas games are not exciting.
The Saints could beat the Titans, and we could have the Saints and the Chiefs going into Week 18 with the same number of wins. And I can guarantee you, no one on planet Earth had that on their bingo card.
Oh, that's that. Speaking of golf references, that's that Tiger Woods and was it Tom Daly meme?
Yeah.
John Daly.
That's right.
Oh yeah, John Daly. Yeah.
John Daly. That's it. Yeah.
All right, so. Now it's time for Dave's segment, which the people love, but we moved it to the end of the show. It's time for weekend story time. A little sinners and saints. Dave, do you have anything for us this week? Because I do.
You do. Okay. All right. You want to go? Do you want to go first or last? I don't know. Whatever. I can. It's either whatever you want to do.
I'll go.
You seem fired up. Yeah, you seem fired up about this.
I was in New Orleans this week.
Here we go.
I was in New Orleans, and I brought my son, and he was fired up. He was fired up for a bunch of stuff, but he was really fired up for beignets. The beignets always deliver. But the second thing, Dave, he was really fired up for, he was fired up for Christmas in the Oaks, because he remembered it when he was a little, like 3-4 year old. He's like, they got rides, they got lights. I can ride the train and see the lights, and they have the gators with the sleigh. And the day before,
you're talking about doing. Hold on. Now you're talking about doing the drive-through thing, but you're also you're saying rides, so you're also talking about going into City Park.
That's right.
And doing, yeah, okay, all right.
The you can walk, you do all the rides, and then they have the train, and you can ride through Christmas in the Oaks with the train. So we couldn't get tickets for Saturday, so we got tickets for Sunday. So my brother was like, hey, Lafreniere Park has a light show. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And he's like, I don't know that it's any good. It's probably not as good as Christmas in the Oaks, but Lafreniere Park will go. And we went to Lafreniere Park, and let me tell you something. Lafreniere Park blew Christmas in the Oaks out of the water. Lafreniere Park had Star Wars lights with the Millennium Falcon that move. You had the sound effects. They had Nintendo. They were like going back to 1986. They had the Nintendo controller. They had Super Mario Brothers sound effects. They had every Marvel superhero. They had a Saints section with a Lombardi trophy. Like they had two shrimp boiling a crawfish. Like the Lafreniere Park light show blew Christmas in the Oaks out of the water. I know people think, oh, Christmas in the Oaks, it's a New Orleans tradition. It's great. It sucked. And let me tell you something, Christmas in the Oaks, you better get your game on. You better improve, because that was crap. It was absolutely.
Well, and this also is in conjunction with, didn't Andrew text us in our group chat, and he was disappointed in the Christmas in the Oaks, like the Superdome, and he thought that was ridiculous.
Yeah, it was lame. It was bad. Like Christmas, like it wasn't themes. It was just Christmas in the Oaks. It looked basically the same the last time I went 6 years ago.
Ouch.
Like no effort. Like Lafreniere Park, they're looking to steal bodies. They're looking to make a name for themselves. I wouldn't say I was disgusted, but I'm just disappointed. Christmas in Oaks. Do better. Sinner of the week. That's my story time.
I'm gonna just blame something on DA just cause.
There you go. That's a good soundbite. All right, I've got two. I've got two. One is I gotta throw some shade on Torricelli Simpkins. You know, the Jets fans were upset because they felt like we threw in the Taysom Hill touchdown throw at the end there, and I'm here to tell you that the only reason they did that was because they knew this was his last game at home and they had to get him something. And Torricelli Simpkins screwed up the play earlier where Taysom Hill caught the touchdown pass. And had that play had just stood, they wouldn't have had to run that play. They wouldn't have had to do the Taysom Hill throw play and rub it in your face like they did. So that was all on Torricelli Simpkins. He should be. It was funny because we were watching the game together, me, Brad, and Andrew, and we made a joke about that because we talked about this on the post-game show too. Torricelli on that play, he comes in and reports as eligible. He's the extra lineman there, so he goes out of his way to report as eligible, and they make the announcement on the screen in the stadium. And then when the play happens and the touchdown is scored, but we see the flag, you know, jokingly, we're all immediately like, "Oh, that's got to be on Simpkins. That's got to be on Andrew's undrafted free agent." But my other, I don't know whether I qualify this as sinner of the week or cool throne or whatever we were still. Yeah, or whatever we're stealing from the greatest podcast, the Barstool Sports guys. The apple does not fall far from the tree whatsoever. So Andrew, we meet up with Andrew at the Saints game, and Cullen is there with us. And Andrew texts me prior to that. Andrew texts me a picture before we meet up, and he says, "Oh, we had lunch before the game at Luke," and he sends me a picture and of everything that they ate. And Cullen, what I noticed is that the plate in front of Cullen, not in front of Andrew, but the plate in front of Cullen is escargot on top of bone marrow, like a bone marrow thing that you like slurp.
So Jude.
I text Andrew. I said, is Cullen eating escargot? And Andrew confirms exactly what I think I'm seeing. He's like, yeah, it's escargot on bone marrow. Like he's bougier than me. Anyway, so my point is like the apple, I don't know. The apple could not. What's the opposite of falling? What's the opposite of falling? Yeah, what's the opposite of falling far from the tree?
It floated up.
Yeah,
leveling up.
I don't know what's going
climbing
on.
the tree.
But there's best not come for the king. There's a new king in town. It's Cullen Juge. He's out here eating escargot on bone marrow. Okay, and all on his dad's dime. Even better.
That's the way to go.
Yeah, that's right. So anyway, that's my I don't know what we got to call it. It's story time.
That's incredible. So Thomas, before we get to who donated on the show, I want to do a roll call. The people who are staying with us till the very end, type in who dat in the chat. Let us know. We appreciate y'all guys.
The heroes.
Stay in the whole 90 minutes.
The heroes.
The heroes. Stay in 90 minutes. Committed.
The
Love
true warriors.
That's right. Thomas, recap who donated. Let's go.
All right. So let me switch the graphic. So we are now on a 124-week donation streak. 32 weeks to go for Ralph's Critical Run. You can slowly start looking for some running shoes. Ralphie, thanks to everyone who donated, to Wendell Cavalier for taking us over the edge, to Hudat Golfer, and to the MVP for the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8th time in a row.
Jesus Christ. Jesus.
With 70 buckaroos. Who is Dave hates it. Dave hates it always. That's good. That's good. The one and only Tulane hater Oppenheimer. Congratulations. Sith Lord
the funniest
of
thing
Tulane
is
guys.
Oppenheimer's won like 8 weeks in a row, and I think the raffle item's going to be like something Tulane related just to spite Oppenheimer.
Just to spite him.
And also we
next
get it
week.
for free.
Tell me he gets a $150 gift card to Dave's shop.
Okay. That's right. Please, let's do that.
Jerry Hudat, fingers toes. Fingers toes. Hudat Golfer, Hudat in the chat. Nice.
Yeah, love it. All right, guys. Thanks.
This is Christmas Eve.
This is Christmas Eve. Me and Dave were very festive tonight with the hat, and my wife found it for me. 88% nice. I mean, it's
that.
Christmas, and we want everybody.
Oh, I didn't even say it. I didn't even see that it said 88.
I thought it was just
we want everybody to have a safe, happy Christmas.
Nice.
Dave, I just want to thank. We'll have one more show before. Well, no, this will be the last show before the. What's the date? No, we'll have one more show before the end of the year. But I want to thank everybody for supporting the show. And Dave, it's incredible. The Saints go on a 3-game winning streak, and we've already had our best month of the year, like December. Like people are back. We're doing like $2,000 a day. We love you guys.
Dave and I know we're on a 4-game. We're going to be on a 4-game win streak.
Yeah. So, thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the show and we made you laugh, consider supporting the show by going to patreon.com/Saints Happy Hour. We have a special offer for new patrons. Give us a shot. Every little bit helps make this show a little bit better. And don't forget to follow us on socials and wherever you get your podcast. Thanks to Dave. Thanks to Cody for filling in. And thanks to Thomas, the best producer on earth, running the show back in Poland. Until next time, the bar is closed. Merry Christmas, everybody.